Hello friends, it's Klauds and I am back with another video. So today I am doing my August 2021 wrap up. Whew. Okay. So I kind of tried to do weekathon. I wasn't really actively participating when I started reading. I haven't been updating my Instagram or whatever. But yeah, I listed down as well which category the books I read fell into. Unfortunately, I didn't get to finish all the categories, but I did my best.
I tried, and therefore no one should criticize me.
And yeah, so let's get started. So we're gonna first talk about the books I read for weekathon, and then we're gonna talk about the other books that I read this month that were not related to weekathon. So first, I read Mangatalasadaga by Annette Flores Garcia, and I think this fits into the category Kayod. So basically, the story that focuses on the characters' livelihood and their work career. Yeah, anyway. I really liked this story because when I read stories like this, that kind of take place in the province or the countryside, it's normally, when I read these books, it's normally something that's happening abroad or in a fictional world. So to read something like this that takes place in the country I actually live in, it's eye-opening because I don't really go to the provinces a lot. I'm a city girl through and through.
City that's exciting, it's a city that's inviting, it's a city for a woman just like me.
But reading this makes me want to visit a province, see the people that live in the country that I'm in, who obviously have a different way of living than I do. The next book I read is Anina ng Mga Alon by Eugene Y. Avasco. And I think this fits into the category Bagong Salta, author I never read before. Same as how I felt when I read Mangatalasadaga. It opened my eyes as well, and especially because this one has characters who not only live a lot differently than I do, but they're a different culture than I am used to seeing as well. The Bajau people. I hope that I pronounced that right. But anyway, when this whole lockdown ends, I really want to just go on a road trip around the country and see the things that I have been sheltered from. And that was what I felt when I read this book. The next book I read was Desa Paras by Luwalhati Bautista. And I think it fits into this category, which I am not even going to try to pronounce. I read Dekada 70 last year, also by Luwalhati Bautista. And the struggle I went through with that book, I also went through with this book. I don't know what it is. I don't know. Maybe it's the heavy Tagalog. I was lost half the time. I really didn't understand that much of what I was reading. And it's not the author's fault or anything, or the books. It's me, okay? I just want to put it out there. It was me, okay? I had a hard time reading it because I don't know the language. And that's just me and my personal experience reading this book. Maybe in a few years, once I, improve my Tagalog a bit more, I will give Luwalhati Bautista's books another chance because I, in reading it, obviously did not do it any justice because I, again, can barely understand it. But from what I am able to understand, I don't know, I think it would have hit me more had I actually understood what was happening. I kind of had to figure things out. I don't know, I'm not even entirely completely sure if I did understand the story correctly, which is why I am also so upset with myself that I did not get the chance to watch the play when it was done a few years ago. So yeah. Maybe in the future as well, maybe I'll buddy read it with someone.
Hey Chelsea, so I guess we're working together.
Who are you again?
Maybe that's what I need. I need to buddy read Filipino books with someone. At least if I don't understand something, there's someone I can bounce off of. Hopefully someone who's not as dumb as me when it comes to the Filipino language, because that would kind of be a little counterproductive.
Magtanong tayo. Kuya, saan ba yung pwede mag-parking dito, yung walang bayad?
Ay, magkaliwa ka dyan, tapos diretso ka, yan.
Okay. Kuya, salamat ha.
Ay,
Sige,
sige.
bye-bye.
But at least I'd have a support system. So yeah, that was my experience reading Desa Paras. And honestly, I'm not entirely sure it fits into that category for Readathon, but since it does take place in the Marcos era, martial law, I think it does. So yeah. The next book I read was 13 Volume 1, Murder on Ballet Drive by Budget Han.
I had a feeling you might want to see this. Is it?
The White Lady of Ballet Drive.
This book I read for the category by Lan, which is basically a book that focuses on mythology, or I guess folklore. Yeah, I loved reading 13, and I see that there's quite a difference as well with the book and the animated series Netflix adaptation. And I'm really interested in reading more of the comics because I want to read more. I love reading through the eyes of Alexandra 13. Like, she's such an interesting character. I love her so much, and honestly, the twins kind of look hotter in the Netflix adaptation, which is kind of like my favorite thing about the Netflix adaptation right now.
Thirsty bossing?
I read this in English. Honestly, I was expecting that this would be in Filipino, and I assume that it was originally published in Filipino, and I just so happened to buy a copy that was translated into English. I don't know, I'm sorry, but I'm just glad that it was in English because I understood what was happening. Next book I read, honestly, one of my favorites in like this whole month, despite the I kind of give it a lower rating compared to what I gave the others. It's one of my favorites. This would be Sagala by Tori Tadiar, and I think it fits into Tadhana. Okay, there's a slight bit of romance, just very, very slight. I'm not sure if it completely fit into that category. If you would like to counter this statement, please comment down below, but otherwise, I would count it as Tadhana. Why is it one of my favorites? It's such a simple story. It's such a simple story in a world that, obviously it's not like our modern world, but it's a familiar setting, and I can imagine, like, if anyone were to ever do a live action adaptation of Sagala, Intramuros would be closed for like 3 months for filming, because I imagine this whole thing happening in Intramuros, and yeah, that would be wonderful. That would be wonderful. Like, the fashion as well was like amazing. The art style was also amazing. Oh, I loved it. But why did I give it a lower rating than the others? I wish there was more. I felt the word bitin. I'm not sure what the word for that in English is, but basically I didn't get enough. I wanted more. I was not satisfied, basically. I mean, the whole thing, the whole like story, plot, characters, it was satisfying to an extent. Like, I still wish there was more. I wanted more of the characters. I wanted more of that slight bit of romance. I wanted more of that world. So yeah, that's kind of just why I gave it a bit of a lower rating than what I normally would with something that I enjoyed. Yeah, I wanted more. I really wanted more. So the next book I read was Smaller and Smaller Circles by F.H. Batakan.
Exercise, you've been watching too many Hollywood movies.
Yeah, I think it fits into Ilustrado. Story with intellectuals. It's mystery. They had to solve a crime. They were practically detectives. If that's not intellectuals, then I don't know what is. I really, really enjoyed this book more than I thought it would. When I bought it, it's August anyway. I might as well add this to my TBR because it is a book by a Filipino author, and it was available on Shopee, so I ordered it. And at first it was more of like, okay, I gotta read this now. But oh my god. Oh my god. I was on the edge of my seat I finished it in a day. Not in one sitting, but like less than 24 hours in total. Maybe 2 days, so to speak. But you get what I mean. So, I was kept on the edge of my seat almost the entire time. The level of gruesome the descriptions were just was just the right amount. It wasn't so disgusting that I felt like I needed to puke every time I was reading the gory descriptions, but it wasn't so, but the description also at the same time was not so censored that I had to be left to my imagination. No, like it was detailed and descriptive without making me want to puke. And FH, you go, FH Batak, you go. I'm not normally like a queasy person anyway, but you know, there are still times when I'm like, oh, when I read something disgusting. So that was fun, that was cool. And I would love to read more works by FH Batakan if this is the amount of satisfaction that I would get. I have yet to see the movie adaptation. I would love to, I plan to. I think it's on YouTube. So yeah, maybe I'll probably watch it soon. Definitely not at night. But yeah, I will watch it. I will. Don't worry. I will. If you want to talk about the movie after I watch it, leave a comment down below or DM me on Instagram or something. But yeah, cool. The next book I read was Hello Universe by Erin Entrada Kelly. I think, well, I'm not sure if it fits into any of the categories, honestly. I just know that Erin Entrada Kelly is a Filipino author and thus is eligible for my Weekathon TBR, because that is how low I set the bar this month. Anyway, yeah, I read We Dream of Space last month, also by Erin Entrada Kelly, and I enjoyed it. It was a very simple story which delved more into character than plot, really. Hello Universe, a very simple plot, but delved again more into characters. And what I liked about this more is that the characters are all generally slightly more relatable compared to the ones in We Dream of Space. And just the whole situations that they were in, like the whole difference between the plot, like the whole, like, it was all cute. I just wanted to hug every single one of these kids. Oh.
Whoa, what are you doing? It's not hug time.
I just thought you could use one.
Although out of the two books, I still love Bird the most from We Dream of Space. But these kids in Hello Universe, oh, you guys, don't worry, I'll protect you.
Hug time!
It is hug time.
Hug time!
Our hearts are synchronizing.
I can please you forever.
I want to read more of Erin Entrada Kelly's books. I know Lalani of The Distant Sea is pretty much very talked about in the book community, so that's definitely on my TBR list, but not right now because I have a shit ton of books to tackle. Next, I read Wicked As You Wish by Rin Chupeco. Oh my god, you guys!
Oh my god!
If you have not read this book, you go read it. Go buy a Kindle copy or whatever ebook copy, or just, if you can, buy a physical copy. Support Rin Chupeco because I need to read more of her books, you guys! Also, I need the sequel to Wicked As You Wish.
Remain calm! Call for help!
Okay. Oh my god. Okay, I don't want to hype it up too much, but... Okay, so I was describing it to a friend the other day, and basically, take Shrek, you know, the template of Shrek, where like the whole world building plot is a melting pot of all the different fairy tales, right?
Oh no.
What are you doing in my swamp?
Now, Rin Chupeco kind of did something similar. She kind of did something similar. Now, instead of a melting pot of fairy tales, Rin Chupeco created a world that was a melting pot of not only fairy tales. No. Not only fairy tales. Girl, they put mythology in there. They put folklore in there. They put history in there. Boom, boom, boom. What do you get? Wicked As You Wish.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, okay. I think this fits into the category katipunan. If you know, you know. But just go read Vikrasi. Go. Go. My only thing about Vikrasi Wish is that, here's the thing, okay? When I was going through comments and reviews on Goodreads, I see why there are people who didn't like it. And here's the thing. It's the first book of a series. Not every question is going to be answered in the first book of the goddamn series. If every question was answered in the first book of the goddamn series, then what the hell are the other books in the goddamn series for? I am calm. I am calm.
Go take a bubble bath, have a latte, sip some chai tea.
Yeah, go read Vikrasi Wish by Rin Chapeko. I will be moving on before I go into another rampage. Thank you very much. Next, I read The Gilded Wolves by Roshani Chokshi. I wanted to read this for Weekathon because Roshani Chokshi is part Filipino. I don't really want to talk about The Gilded Wolves that much, you guys. I did not enjoy it. I know that people have been comparing The Gilded Wolves to Six of Crows. Oh my god, my foot is asleep. I know that they have been, comparing it to the Six of Crows duology by Lee Bardugo. And you know what? You do you. I was trying not to compare it, and I promise you I was not comparing it to the Six of Crows duology, but it's kind of hard to compare something when you can just barely read the damn thing in the first place. What do I mean? When you have a story that is so heavily dependent on your characters, or at least like when you have a story that, you have an ensemble cast, it's kind of hard to get into the book when you can't even get into the characters. Like, I felt nothing for... I had feelings for one character, but that one character didn't get their own, like, chapters. Because, like, each chapter is someone else's POV. And this character, the only character I really, really liked, didn't get any. Yeah, will I be reading The Silver Serpents? Probably not. Probably not, unless I'm paid to, or a book club or something, or buddy. If I were to buddy read it with someone, I'll give it a shot. But yeah, not gonna read that anytime soon. Yeah, I literally trudged through that book. So the next book I read was Know My Name by Chanel Miller. Everyone needs to read Know My Name by Chanel Miller. If you can, go read it. Go read it. Because everyone has to read it. I listened to the audiobook. Listening to Chanel Miller read it out loud, there is an emotion in her voice when you listen to it that it's definitely there. What she went through is unimaginable. And the fact that this is the justice system and that was the justice they gave her, all I can hope for is that future lawyers, future lawmakers, future judges will make better decisions, because I don't know what would happen to the world if more people Chanel Miller had to deal with were to keep showing up. And yeah, just Chanel Miller is so brave to write and publish to the world what she went through, and I hope she is doing a whole lot better. And lastly, I read Ninth House by Lee Bardugo. I liked Ninth House. I liked Ninth House more than I thought I would. I can't wait for the sequel. I really loved Alex Stern as a main character, and I think this is one of the first or few dark academia novels I read. I don't really read a lot of dark academia. I don't actively look for it, at least. And if I have read it before, maybe I just don't remember it. But yeah. I absolutely loved Alex Stern. If you have a third eye, you might want to read this book, or you might not want to read this book.
I see dead people.
But yeah, reading this kind of made me a little braver to be alone at night. So yeah. Anyway, I was expecting to like it and it did not disappoint. It kinda was a slow start at first, but you pull through. You pull through. And yeah, that was the last of my August wrap up. I hope you enjoyed the video. I hope you enjoyed my ramblings. If you enjoyed or if you did not enjoy, please like the video anyway. Comment down below. Subscribe if you haven't already. And click on the bell icon. I'll see you in the next one. Bye!